Hi guys. Uh, in today's session, we're gonna go through the two functions, basically the transfer function and another is the reconciling the accounts. Now, it's been the long time, I think so, been maybe around 6 months we haven't been able to put up the many videos, but now I guess we are back and we'll able to complete the entire QuickBooks training, and then we'll have the another softwares that will definitely in short time will share that as well. Now, as far as these functions are concerned, first is the transfer function in the QuickBooks. So, what is the transfer function? So basically, in the QuickBooks, where you have the multiple bank accounts or multiple the cash and bank the loan accounts where you want to transfer the fund internally. Now in those cases what happens that generally when you book the entry, most of the you have option to maybe it can mess up your account receivable or maybe sometimes accounts payable as well, because people may tend to by mistake take the some vendor account or maybe the the receivables account. Now in those cases it's important that you have separate function to ensure that you do not touch to your trading accounts, rather than it's all about your internal fund movements, right? So for those cases, this transfer function has been generated by the QuickBooks. Now this transfer tool, what it does that, let's say you have the checking account as well as you have the saving accounts. So the checking accounts is for your business and saving accounts for your personal use. Now in those cases, or maybe within your business as well, you have the two accounts, savings and the checking. So in those cases, it helps to only transfer from one bank account entry to another bank account. Now in QuickBooks, there is separate option is that you can choose that and simply you can transfer those. Even it's not only for the bank. Let's say you want to transfer within the two accounts to maybe from credit card to bank, or the bank to credit card, or maybe the loan account to another loan account. So it helps into all kind of transfers between the accounts, all the entries. um, this is the main function of the transfer functions that we talk about. Now, when we move for the reconciliation of the accounts, so reconciliations of the accounts are basically you match your financial data. Basically, you match your bank accounts, which is there in your bank portal, and the bank accounts which is there in the QuickBooks. Okay. So yes, the bank is basically integrated nowadays because the QuickBooks has that functionality to get your or auto fits of all your bank accounts. However, there are situations where you need to put the manual entries into the bank. Then in those cases, then you need to ensure that your bank statement is matching with your QuickBook accounts. Now, even if it's auto fitted, still we need to ensure that many times happens that you by mistake exclude some entry, or maybe there could be a chance of duplicate entries into the bank statement. Now in those cases it's important that we ensure that we do the bank reconciliation. Okay. Now, uh, when we talk about the reconciliation tool, so it's a separate thing. It's not like that within the bank entries you have this option to reconcile the accounts. So reconciliation is been again a separate tool that has been created by the QuickBooks. It helps to identify easily your differences, and you can match up all your statement with your accounts. So as we talk about that, how it's important about the cash movement within your accounts. Now, when we talk about the QuickBooks, reconciliations, then how it is important that it has to be a matching with your bank statement. So when you match the bank reco, basically your bank statement and the uh, uh, your accounts, then the difference should be the zero. Okay. Okay, now we'll go through the examples that how to use the transfer function and the how to use the reconciliations tool. Let's move into the accounts. So basically, if you can see here that there is one Bank of America accounts, entries are still not posted or categorized, I would say. Maybe we can simply right now, for sake, we can accept all the entries. So what it does, it will simply post all the entries right now uh, into the books. Now there are two queries that has been popped up. So let's select here, because it's saying that you need to select a category. So let's say if it's a delivering to Rodriguez, so it can be a something like contractors, which can be paid out. So I can select here about pay. The name is not it, it's fine for now. We can select the contractor and adding the account expense, and again the same. It should take. Okay. Again, I'm selecting here contractor. Okay. So now my balance is showing, let's say the -1275, which is not the case. It has always been into the positive. But here we are taking as an example. So now it's a -1275.25. So now here there's option called reconcile. So I'm selecting here reconcile. And I can put the end balance as -1275.25 for my ending date for the April month. It's correct. So I'm doing the start reconciliation. If you see here, how much is the difference? This difference is saying still we have about 960 something differences here. So I'm selecting those two entries. Let's see, does it make a difference? Yes. So my differences here is zero. See, so now I can say that my accounts are reconciled. So basically, the important fact here is that there could be a multiple, the possibilities there. You might have, made the payment, but the payment might not have been cleared because the payment you might have done on the 30th April, and the RICO you are doing for that month, then it will not show up. So in those cases, the entries will will show as still uncleared into the bank statement, rather than in the books it shows that you have paid it. The same way, it happens that where you might have received the your client would have sent you the money, but send you the check and you have not deposited the same. So in those cases, maybe your books will show that you have received the money, but the bank statement shows that still the money is not received, and that's where the differences comes out, right? So those cases that you need to select here, maybe as a difference between your bank statement and the bank books, and the difference should be the zero. So now I can say it is a reconcile, and I can select here the button finish now. So it says that it is the account is my reconcile till 4/30th 2024. So now it will show up here, and it will also generate this reconciliation statement. So if I click here, the reconciliation statement, the entire, uh, the report, you will able to see it. Now, very much important here to, many few, these YouTubers will tell you that uh, the importance of the reconciliation statement is that you need to ensure that this unclear deposits and credit need to be a nil. So because why it's zero? Because all the payment has been either received or all the payment is already been paid to the vendor, right? And that is all been cleared into the bank accounts. If anything is not clear, let's say if any check is open, as I told given you the example, then it will show up here as an unclear deposit or the credits, right? So you need to ensure every month that this section has to be a zero. If anything is there, then always think that something is wrong. You need to either void the check, or you need to ensure that the money has been cleared out from your accounts, or the money has to be deposited in your accounts within the certain time, because even after 3 months or so the checks becomes the void as well. So you need to ensure that your all the checks, all the payments are cleared within month. Um so yeah, this is the entire reconciliation report. Now we'll go through the transfer function. So what is the transfer function? As I mentioned earlier in detail that how the transfer function works. So if I go here and select the transfer function, so here it tells me that whether you want to transfer the money from one bank account to another bank account, or maybe some another balance sheet accounts. So let's say if I want to transfer the money from Bank of America to, let's say, the owner's investment, that maybe it is being used for personal use. Yeah, the best use should be to the bank account to bank account, or bank to the cash or bank account. But ideally, you can choose whatever balance sheet account you want to transfer the money for. So let's say if I'm choosing here the $100. Now it will show that in the May month I'm transferring this $100 from Bank of America to owner's investment, and it will now show up as a match as well into when I would be doing the bank posting. And let's say I'm doing the save as. Okay, so this entry has been posted successfully, and it will show up into the books as well. So let's say if the May month statement comes in, then you will show up here the entry from the bank statement that this money has been transferred to your personal account or something. Then it will show automatic match from that transfer entry that we just passed in. So yeah, that is how the transfer function helps in terms of categorizing those particular transactions from your system, rather than otherwise it will mess up your account receivable or trading accounts or the accounts payables account. So yeah, it is also one of the critical account I would critical tool, I would say, one can use. Now when we talk about the now next very important fact is I sure so another is the how to rectify your beginning balance. So when you do the bank reconciliation, and sometimes what happens that it will show the opening differences, that why the opening difference is coming up, because your opening balance is messed up. Now the messed up can be a multiple reasons. So either someone in your team might have open the period uh, open the period of the uh, the 2023. Let's say you have closed entire year your 2023, and someone from your team has opened the 2023 and messed up your bank reconciliation for 2023. Then what happens that when you try to do the reconciliation even in current for 2024 of any of the month, then it will show that there is a difference in the opening balance. So this is one good screenshot I'm just showing here, that how the discrepancies will look like. So when you try to do the reco, when you go into reconciliation tab, and when you try to do the reco, it will show that that there is a difference of there is difference in opening balances, and it will not allow you to do the reco. It will allow you, but it will show the difference, that your opening is not matching, so your reco is not correct. So until unless you are not correcting your opening balance discrepancies, your reco can't be the correct. So you need to ensure that that your your opening balance has to be a match before if you before you start even the your reconciliation process. Now, so if I show you here that if something in categorize here, okay, and I'm trying to change the some entry. Let's say there is this entry is there, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to undo it, okay, and I'm going back in the review, and what I'm doing is maybe I select here, edit, and I try to delete the account entry. I'm trying to exclude the entry. So here, so now see there is the opening difference is showing that $5.66 because I have excluded that entry by my mistake, or maybe maybe intentionally as well. Someone might have done. So here, the QuickBook will give you option that we can fix this entry. So if I'm selecting here, we can fix the entry. It will show that this entry has been deleted. See, deleted or maybe excluded. So what I will do, I will click here View. Now QuickBook will give me option either to include that entry, or you can, so it will show enter my audit trail, that how the entry has been done and who has done this thing, correct? So now it is saying that it is in deleted section. So I have two option, either I import that entry back into the system, or I can go into the bank transaction, and again in excluded category I can again undo it. So again, that entry has been got back. I can again I'm adding back that entry. And now you will see in the reconciliation tab, the difference will go out. See. So yeah, okay. So because the entry is been still, yes. So it has been categorized because it was done the undo. So I need to do and again need to do the reco for. I need to do the reco for uh, reco for the month of April because it was messed up. See, now it has been again fixed. I can select here the finish now. So only that 5.6 was the issue, and my opening balance is now matching. Okay. So this is how you can, match up your any uh, mismatch into your opening balances, and you can start proceed with your reconciliation. So yeah, this is it, guys, from today's session. Hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe to the channel so we can come up with the more and more useful learning things for you. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching it.